Okay, so what we're going to do for this one, I'm going to do another Petri dish with a little bit of a difference. We're going to make our own coloured sinkers. I bought this Kraft Geek premium mica powder, 8 bottles jars. You get a jet black. You actually get 2 jet blacks. You get a pearlescent white. You get a gorgeous blue. Get a gold. A silver, even though it looks black stroke silver, it is silver. When dusted out and when mixed, it will go silver. A yellow and a natural red. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick, I decided what colours I was gonna go for. I'm gonna use the gold in one bottle, the red in another bottle, and out of interest, a black in the other bottle. So the reason I'm trying this with these mica powders is because they're like makeup grade, pharmaceutical grade. You can make lipsticks, candles, bath bombs, anything out of these ones. Just can't breathe it in. It's not healthy to breathe any powders in. I'm still going to put on my nitrile gloves before I do anything. These gloves I have worn before. Really, you should wear a new pair every time. But I've got the more expensive ones. And I checked online and it says that as long as you haven't got wet resin on them that's gone hard, it should be fine. You can see there's like some mica bits and bobs on there. But anyway, so let me show you. I've got these measuring spoons. There's a smidgen. There's, I'll get them to separate. There's a dash. And I think the middle one's called pinch. Yeah, a pinch. So we're going to go with a smidgen. I've already, actually I'm going to take them out a minute. 2 little ball bearings. They're magnetic, so they're stuck together. Just going to pop them to one side a minute. Put my scales on, just out of interest to see if it will detect the weight. So let's put the bottle on a minute. Hope you can see that. You might not be able to see my scales from up there. I don't think you can. Let me move things back a minute. Let's put all this back so you can see what I'm doing. So these bottles are empty vape juice bottles. I've cleaned them out, took the label off, cleaned them. Yeah, cleaned them. The dripper is in the lid there, so when I screw it in, the dripper will get pushed on and it will seal. So let's make sure that's still 0. Yeah. So pop this seal off. You've got to go careful with these mica powders. They are so ultra fine. You get 8 grams in each pot, and like I said, you get 2 blacks, gold, silver, red, yellow, blue, and white. So you get the prime colours with some shades. So because it's so ultra fine, I reckon we could make a sinker out of this. And just interesting to see, like, 'cause you only get sinkers in white. Don't know why. So let's put that on there a minute. So I'm just going to use this lid. So I've got a level spoonful of smidgen. Oh, that's not going to fit. Hang on. I have got somewhere funnels, small funnels that come with the Let's Resin white sinker, big bottles. So we'll add that. Tap that in and see if it registers. See, it doesn't register, but looking at it, I reckon we're going to need 2 smidgens. So pop the funnel back in. Let's see, does it register? No, it's still not registering. So that's how light this stuff is. It's crazy, isn't it? Do I think I can get away with any more in there? I'm judging this by looking at my electro resin white sinker. When it settles, how much is in there? I reckon 3 smidgens. Alright, that's all I'm not going to put any more in there. I reckon any more and we'll be pushing it too heavy. Let's put that up there out the way in a minute in my storage boxes. Now is that registering? No, it's not. So anyway, just seeing if I can waft it and it'll, yeah, so right, before I start making a mess, I'm gonna just clean that little scoop out, my little smidgen spoon. I'll clean that with a bit of alcohol in a sec. So right, I'm gonna do the other 2, mix up my resin, pour it into my mold, my little ball bearings, pop them in there. No, that doesn't even register. Oh. No. So anyway, I'm going to mix my resin up. I'm going to be using the Art Pro Deluxe again. I'll pour approximately, I think it's about 28 grams in each one. And I shall be back. We'll be using electro resin alcohol inks. We'll see how we get on. So I shall see you in a short while. Okay, so I just thought I'd show you while I'm mixing my resin. I stir, not slowly, but steadily. I'm also using my Suwao caution surface coffee cup. Only comes on when weight's on it. Lift it up like that, it switches off. It's got 3 settings. That's low, that's off. You've got really hot, which is actually 74 degrees centigrade. That setting is 65 degrees centigrade, and the lowest is 54. It's only because this resin is really thick, and when you're mixing it you end up with a lot of bubbles if you don't loosen it up with a bit of warmth. But anyway, I'm nearly mixed now, so I'll carry on mixing. I'll be back in a bit after I pour it into the molds and we're ready to do the magic. Okay, so for the first 2, gonna go with Let's Resin Yellow. Quite a bit. I do have a few air bubbles in my resin, but they'll pop. The alcohol ink could do that. And then we're going to go with the cerulean blue. We just kind of took over that yellow already. And then for the sinker, we're going to go with the red Kraft Geek mica powder and alcohol ink, alcohol isopropyl 99%. And I'm going to work my way from the middle outwards. Okay, we'll go from middle and then we'll push it back from the outside. Wow, that's some really crazy reactions there. Leave that for now and see what happens. Might come back with a bit more colour. Now we're going to go with the blue and turquoise. Let's try dripping these both at the same time. See if we get a better spread. They're almost empty, these. Oh, didn't want that to happen really, but never mind. Just put them up there a minute out the way. A little drop on here, skip that because it will stain. And then for this one, we're going in with the gold Kraft mica powder sinker. Again, I shall go middle. Look at these that is just, I could just watch that all day long. Just sit here dripping alcohol inks into resin. Then we're going to go with the orange and sigil. And remember, we've already got a blue drop in there, but never mind. And again, we'll try and yeah, I think we're almost out of orange. Yeah, we're out of orange. So we'll just finish with lots of red in these. The orange has had its day. I got a new set anyway. Should I put a bit green to go brown on it? And then we're going to go with the black Geek Kraft homemade, hopefully, mica powder sinker. Will it work? Gonna have to top these up for definitely. Not too sure about these two. They're doing some strange shit. I might top these up with a bit of white sinker just to see what amazing effects we might get. Might just be a new effect. Oh, a little Mr. Moth landing on me. Might create a new effect in resin. You never know. A bit more blue in that one. Last couple of drips of yellow. This one in the middle. Might just go for a bit more green. And then tell you what I'll do, I'll just put white sinker in that one and leave these ones to see how they come out. So a bit more red in these. I just like doing experiments. You never know, you might just get something really. And the gold in these. And then the black in these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll grab the white sinker. Where's the white? Where are you gone to? God. Please, there you go. And with the white sinker, I'm just going to do the top ones, just to see if we get totally different effect. They look crazy already. Now I want to put the white in here as well, see what... do you know, what the hell? I got a feeling these are going to come out really crazy. And they already look crazy, don't they? So what do you think's going to happen, guys? Do you think the mica sinkers that I made is just going to go to the bottom and mess it all up? Or do you think it's just going to create some crazy effects? Look at the way it's moving. It's almost like it's alive. Just because I like watching it move. I might have overdone it now, but never mind. We shall see. Okay, so I'll be back in about 15-20 minutes. So I mix the resin up. It's been 23 minutes, so I might 10-12 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, we shall see. Just gonna let you guys just carry on watching that a minute, because it is just mesmerizing. Starting to calm down now. Okay guys, be back in a bit to do the stir. Okay guys, I went and had a drink, and then I was chatting to my partner, and I just realised it's been over 15 minutes, well, we're at 46 minutes now, so this is going to be a bit odd. I'm using one of these little micro brushes you get for makeup, without the bristle bits on it, to stir, because it's a real fine tip, and I find you get better results with a finer tip. So where should we go? We'll go over here. Almost don't want to stir them because they look so pretty on top. Oh yeah, we are definitely thick enough. See the whole resin wanting to rotate. Gonna push that down and then jiggle and twist. Yeah, definitely boo-booed a little bit. Left it too long. It's like fudge. So I'm going to use another brush just to try and stop from pulling too much up. And then use that one. And then this one. You can see that. But that's alright, it'll settle down. So this just... I'm not going to stir that. Oh, maybe... Just try not to go too deep. That's a bit better. I can feel it's really starting to go off. This one feels a bit more fluid, so I might go just a little bit deeper. Now as you come towards the middle, the thing with this this high viscosity resin seems to go off in the middle, but quicker than the outside. So I'll show you now with the next one before I did this the other day and it created a really weird pattern after. Come on. Now what I do is I just there we go. And that will create a weird pattern on top, on the surface. So when you dip in to check for the stirring, if you dip around the edge with this resin, look, doesn't seem like it's ready yet. Dip the middle. It's not doing it. You'll see it stringy. But this one I'm going to go for the dark red over here. Pull it through these bits which look like they're a little bit clearer. Oh my god, that is really thickening. Try not to go too deep. So it's all moving. Push that down. Just be a daredevil. So we can get that to make a pattern in the middle. And I might, because this one's a little bit more, I can drag like that. See what effects we get from that one. Hopefully they'll be alright. Trying to create some more effects in them just for a bit of a see what happens. Right, I think I'm going to call that day now, guys. Yeah, so we'll be back for the demolding. Just cover it up. There's a lot of moths and mosquitoes and bugs about at the moment, so I don't want to risk them landing in my resin. We're good with the humidity. We're down to 40%, which is a bit crazy. It just shows you how hot and dry it's been since Sunday, when it was 70% humidity. Anyway, so we'll be back tomorrow for the demolding. Fingers crossed we get some interesting effects. Okay, so it's been about 18 hours or so. These are rock hard. They're not sticky or anything. I've not... Oh, should put my other glove on. Sorry, hang on. Even if your resin is set, you should still wear your gloves, because it can still affect your skin. So where do we start? What do you reckon, guys? I mean, this one looks crazy. These two, I think, are going to be the best. This one's going to be the worst, because this one was like fudge. So to start with this one, we'll go to that one, that one, that one, and these two last. So, do we reckon this is going to be a total disaster, or something a little bit unique and crazy? As I'm turning it, I can already see that it's going to be a bit different. Okay. So that one was the black sinker, and if you see, it's all gone round the edge here. That's weird. Some of it's in there. Let me bring it up so you guys can get a much better look. Let's tilt the light away a minute so you get... Come on, focus. Oh, I'm going to have to do pictures outside again in daylight, because you cannot see all the depth and craziness. I actually like that. And the black means I don't need a backing on it. Wow. Okay, so that's promising. Maybe these ones are going to be even better. Well, let's check this one out, because that one was the one that didn't want to stir. So have we got more features in this one or not? I can still see it's going to be okay. Ah, this is the one where we had that blue in it, and also I don't know where that's come from. There's a bit of my holographic nail art stuff, and look, there's like virtually no details. That's really weird. Still looks good, but that's another one for the pile of stuff I made with resin that, you know what I mean, it's like this little blue It's two lines, actually there's three. There's another really fine hair one there, another one there. Otherwise, that wouldn't have been too bad. But hey ho, we're learning. Pop that back in there. You can see, like, this one's much better. I wonder why. Basically done the same. Who knows? How would I say I was going to go this one next? This must end up being the best one. Not all in camera still yet. So, okay. It's quite cute. We got some feathering around the edge. Because they're domed, you get, like when you tilt them, you won't be able to see it on the camera so much. Get amazing effects. This is the one where we put the gold sinker in, and it's just showing around the edge here. Maybe I should have dripped more in. Maybe should I do this again? There's a little spot of black just there. Never mind. Do this again. Use the white sinker and my homemade Kraft Geek mica powder sinkers, and just go a bit heavier with them. And the black so far is my favourite. The middle was the gold, actually. This wasn't gold. This was the red. There's the red. So red, that was the gold. Middle, black was with the red, and orange. Okay. Next. Do love this mold. You get it as a 2-pack, but you need to do 2, otherwise the bit at the bottom ends up with like a flat edge on it. Right, so the next one, remember, this was the red sinker, then the Let's Resin white sinker on top. Oh wow. Oh, this is the one where I had to keep pushing down. That's why you got that. Wow. That actually looks like a little jellyfish. Jellyfish rolling in a wave. I like that one. That's my favourite so far, because you guys might not be able to see so much. I will, like I said, I will add photos in daylight. But it looks like a jellyfish in a wave. If you see what I mean. If that had been blue, dark blue and light blue. Oh wow. I do like that. I'll have to look back at the video, this video, to see what. I'm going to show you when I because I used this little makeup brush without the brush bit on it to do the stir, and then as I was pulling it out, it kept wanting to pull all the resin out because I'd left it too long. So I used one of these to scrape it off. It was actually this one. You can see the green on it. So maybe I have to do some, because both of them are really nice. That one's nice. That one's okay. Just because it's got those little lines on it, kind of niggles me. Which one of those two? I reckon that one's going to be the better one. Let's go for this one first. Have we got some remember, it's the gold and the white Let's Resin sinker. Oh my god, guys. It's a bit see-through. It could do with backing, but it's still got that lip on it, so I can back that with black or even a dark blue, I think. Let's put it on. Hang on a sec. Let me do that. Wow. Yeah, I think it needs a darker blue as a background. If I use my glove as a background, or even black looks good. And it's got that gold spark. I think I'll just do away with the red. We'll forget about the red sinker because that's not really done nothing. And we'll go with this one, the gold. Again, like in my previous with the adding the pearlescent white, the gold. Oh wow, the shimmer. Oh, I'm gonna have to definitely take photos of that, and it will be on my table outside, which is black. So hopefully you'll be able to see it. So now I'm excited about this one because I think this one will have more detail in it. Fingers crossed. Grand finale. Is it gonna be a banger? Yeah, it is. But where you can see on the back where I pulled out and the string went across here, it's come through on the other side, which is a bit disappointing, but it's not a biggie. It's just a lesson. I definitely like that sparkle with the blue. Yeah, I'm going to play with this later on. I'm going to do another video of this. Sorry guys for doing constant Petri dish, but that's pretty. That's okay. That's gorgeous. That's okay. That's, oh, actually that one is gorgeous. This one I love. This one I like a lot. This one I love more. If it wasn't for those little bits where the blacks wisp down the sides, that would be a top. Another favourite. Okay, so thank you to all my followers. Any future followers, just click on that follow link. It is free. Hit the like button. If you get bored watching a video, just go to the cog top right hand corner, click on that, click on playback, scroll down to ×2, and you can watch the video at twice the speed. You'll still be able to hear and see what I'm doing, and if there's a certain part you're really interested in, you can just pause it and go back up and play it back at normal speed. What really helps is you watching the video in full. As always, if you can share, like, make a comment, all that helps. I really do like that one. It is like a jellyfish in a wave. Oh, I'm going to do some more of these next. I was going to move on to other stuff, but like I said, I could do Petri dish, and this, like, it's just obsessive. It's addictive, not obsessive, addictive. Because once you know how to do it, which basically is, right, so people out there, if you're trying to do this Petri dish or similar to this, you need either high viscosity resin, like the Resin Pro Art Pro Deluxe resin. This is very high viscosity. Or the Daniel Cooper Collab Let's Resin, because that's a medium viscosity. If you're using an art resin, a casting resin, a jewelry resin, a diamond resin, all those, they're all normally 50-50 mixes or low viscosity. You want to mix your resin up, let it warm up to about 45-50 degrees centigrade, then pour it in your mold, then add a good quality alcohol ink like Let's Resin, And the only sinker I've had success with, and I have got many sinkers up there, and you see I make my own, is Let's Resin white sinker. And you add your inks, let them spread and do their thing, add your white. If you're using a large surface area like this, you're going to need more white sinker than if you're using a jewelry mold with a small surface area, if you get what I mean, because the white sinker will push out before it pushes down. So the bigger the surface, the more ink you need. But yeah, it is achievable. So if you're starting off, I recommend getting yourself a jewelry mold or one of these heart molds. These are brilliant. But again, it's a large surface. It's not very deep. It's a bit of a bit of a play around. I'm just trying to find, because I've got a brand new jewelry mold. Oh God, I have got so many molds in this drawer. Where are you? Oh no, I can't put my hands on it, guys, straight away. There's so many. Actually, I got a feeling it's actually under here. Oh no, I can't find it, guys. Right, so yeah, if you get like a small jewelry mold, let me see, I'm sure, I know I've got one here somewhere. Oh there. No. I'm sorry, guys. I am gonna try and find. I know. So many molds. And I'm going to edit this bit out. So what you want, got there in the end, is a mold like this to practice with, and I recommend using the bigger ones And that one is okay. That one's okay. That one's okay. Pretty much they're all okay apart from these tiny ones. These are best to practice with. So Let's Resin inks, Let's Resin white sinker, high viscosity resin, or let your resin heat up until it thickens. That's about 50 degrees centigrade before pouring it into here. Wait a few minutes. What you want to do is stick in, and when you pull it out, you want it to just pull a little tiny bit. Drip your inks in, drip your sinker in, leave it again for 10, 15, 20 minutes. So when you dip this in again very gently and pull it out, it pulls a big string away, and then you're ready to do your stirring. I might actually do just the next video on this with this mold, show all that again but in real time properly, because I did leave these a little bit too long. Although they've come out lovely, it can lead to big mistakes and downfalls. Anyway guys, right, I'll see you in the next one. Love you all. Keep following, keep watching, and keep liking. So this one was with the gold. This one was the black, as was this one, but this one's got this random bit of nail art, which I have not used for over 6 months, so I have no idea where it comes from. The mold I use has been washed and cleaned and used so many times. It's a little bit crazy. The container I used was clean. It was actually a brand new yogurt pot. This is definitely my favourite. It's like a 3D jellyfish. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up properly, excuse me. But look, it's like it's got the body in there like a mushroom almost. It looks like a jellyfish caught in a crazy textured wave. Definitely my favourite. Definitely. I do like this one. This one, it's got some wicked feathering in it. Some weird textures. But you can see where I drew in the whirl, and you can see where I pulled out, and it's kind of dropped this weird bit, and there's a couple of air bubbles. There's a couple of air bubbles in some of them. This one has got just lots of gold sparkle. Honestly, the camera is not doing it justice. Look at it. It's a proper galaxy. Crazy. Oceany. Textures are amazing. I do think it's going to look better with a black background on it for once. Don't always think black as a background works. But this is still my favourite. The jellyfish, or almost like a soldier's helmet with some goo coming out of it. If you don't know if your brains work the same way as mine, the way you see things. But this one has got some crazy textures. That's the one I stirred and then stirred again, I think, a little bit more. But you can see where I've come out from the back. You can see it on the back, look, and it shows through on the front, so I'm gonna have to watch out for that. Need to get my timings better. Still keep coming back to this, my favourite. I might actually keep this one, and this one is amazing. Okay guys, so I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to do this again and make sure I get my timings right. And I'll just be using the black homemade sinker mica sinker, and the gold. That's the gold. That's the black. You can see it does add textures and that, but I'm going to use a little bit more this time, and then dump the white on top. That's a gold. And the reds are black. Sorry. Yeah, the greens are red. Okay, so we'll do another one, and we'll have a little play with them a little bit more. See if we can create some different effects, or more intense of these. I do love that. If you could only see it close up, it's amazing. You could almost say it's a snail shell with a weird jellyfish in it. Definitely looks like a jellyfish to me. Let me know what you think. See you guys in the next one. Thank you for following. Hit that like, etc. follow button for more.